Hello everyone and welcome back to Classic Cricket Matches. Today we are continuing the 7 ODI series between India and England that took place in 2007. This is the full highlights for Game 4 of that series. Again, just to recap, first there was a 4 test series between India and England where England won the first game and India ended up winning 2 of the remaining 3 and won a famous test series victory over England in England. Rahul Dravid was still captaining the side, so that was a pretty good lift up considering they were just following a dismal 2007 World Cup campaign. And then began this 7 one-day game series where England won the first game, India won the second, and then England won the third game, which I showed you the highlights for last time. This is now the 4th ODI of that 7 ODI series with England leading 2-1. Before we begin, I would like to ask you to please press that subscribe and like button as it would really help this channel. Anyways, without further ado, please enjoy the
Hello, welcome to Cricket on 5 and our look at the 4th one-day international between England and India here at Old Trafford in Manchester, where there's been a fair bit of controversy over the last month. Hampshire played a championship game here. The first day was abandoned because of the state of the outfield, which has been, in fairness, unbelievably wet. But the problem was 2 Arctic Monkeys concerts over one weekend. There were 106,000 people on this outfield, and here's what happened. Green, lovely lush green grass is where the stage was and all the surrounds of the stage. Then you come across the front line of that stage to where the crowd were and look at it, completely bare, not a blade of grass. It's been ruined by the amount of people and by the fact that it was so wet, and it just destructed this outfield in this area. You go to the other side of the ground, it's okay because there weren't so many spectators there. What does that mean? It means that without any resistance from the grass, the ball will shoot down to third man, I would think, to the boundary. But other than that, I can't see it affecting play. It just doesn't look very nice. Hot off the press, Paul Collingwood has lost another toss. He's lost 4 out of 4, and Rahul Dravid has chosen to bat first. Conditions, blustery, cloudy, but okay. Where's Jimmy is the first thing that Paul Collingwood might have said. Ah, there he is. The second is that England haven't done well here of late, lads. We haven't won a one-day international at Old Trafford in 5 attempts, so let's get that sorted today with more of the same from this series so far. We're playing good cricket, Collingwood will be telling his men. Andrew Flintoff back in that side, the Lancastrian, instead of Chris Tremlett. And one change in the Indian side, Ajit Agarkar comes back for Munaf Patel. The pitch here, very firm. That's pretty usual. Not much grass on it. Should be good, though. It might do a bit with the new ball, given the conditions. Stuart Broad will bowl the first ball to Sourav Ganguly. Oh, save. Mighty good one, too. Exquisite from Ganguly. From no feet to plenty of bat. It's a half stop by Paul Collingwood, but it isn't enough. Shows you just how well Tendulkar hit that ball. Just a bit too wide from James Anderson. It's all right. It isn't very good, but it's worth 4, just. Oh, that's a good stop. Ian Bell, who fielded extremely well at Edgbaston, seems to be full of the same. Well, that's more like it. India haven't run well between the wickets. It's been identified as something they've got to look to improve, and maybe Ganguly and Tendulkar are going to lead the way in that too. Must be caught, mustn't it? It is caught. Simple catch for Ian Bell in the end. There was a moment when he thought he had more backwards running to do, but the ball just caught up in the wind, if anything else. Ganguly makes a fatal mistake on this occasion. 9 to the left-hander. But really, there's such random innings he's playing. He's a different cricketer than the one who was such a dominant one-day player a few years back. It's a wicket for James Anderson, and India now 17 for 1. Good ball by James Anderson, just doing Tendulkar for length.
Just a bit too wide, and Tendulkar fastened onto it. Doesn't need any second invitation to have a go at those. That really is his trademark shot. The back foot flat through cover brings him his second boundary. And there's nobody at second slip, and it's 4 to Tendulkar. In fact, England have just moved out that man and put him at short point. That would have been a beautiful catch to second slip if he'd been there. Instead, it's 4 to the batsman.
Could it conceivably have been Tendulkar taking the mickey a bit? Looks as he does open the blade. Is he running that ball into that space?
And that's the work that Broad has done to get that wicket. He deserved it because he's probed away around the off stump, not allowing the batsman any freedom at all. And in fact, when he gets a ball which he can hit, he almost panics and he edges it to Pryor.
And very rarely do the figures lie. 22 balls faced by Dinesh Karthik for just 4 runs. Tough challenge for him, and one that he hasn't yet overcome. 31 for 2 now, India.
Massive cheer, of course, for the homecoming of Flintoff. Hasn't played here for England since that great Ashes test of 2005. Good delivery. Snipping back into Dravid. Flintoff backing up the excellent work of the opening pair with exemplary accuracy and hostility. That's out. That is a big wicket, because Dravid is the leading run scorer for India in this series, and that was an unplayable delivery from the returning hero Andrew Flintoff.
Well, if England have had a bad run of it at Old Trafford, it may be Flintoff, the local hero, who can turn it round. Beautiful line, really. The ball doesn't do a great deal off the seam, but it gets Dravid just kind of fishing for the ball a bit, wanting to feel it on his bat now, unable to feel the middle of the bat. Instead, it's the edge. The arms are aloft. The great man wins a key battle in the day. 12 overs gone. India having won the toss and batted 32 for 3.
Tendulkar's away. Real authentic drive down the ground. It's been a quiet period of batting while wickets have come and gone. Finally, India's fans have something to celebrate. Good bowling. The bounce is one of the things that India have struggled with today. When you look at the way the wickets have fallen, that's why it's going to be a serious test of their technique, their skill. Tendulkar still among the best batsmen around, struggling against the movement and the extra lift that Flintoff generates. Wonderful shot again from Sachin Tendulkar. He's been very, very patient. Brings up 50 for India. 25 from 52 balls for Sachin Tendulkar. We're into the 17th over. Wow. Tough. Very tough for Yuvraj Singh. 2 of 8 balls so far, looking very unconvincing at the moment with the extra bounce, and Flintoff coming round the wicket using his angle as well. Nice up and over from Sachin Tendulkar. Monty Panesar coming on to bowl within the power plays. Tendulkar going through and over the inner ring. Not quite where he intended it to go. I think Tendulkar was aiming a little squarer than that, but it's a welcome boundary again. And these fans need to see their hero back deep into this innings.
20 overs bowled by England. India are now 60 for 3, and that chart shows well England's consistency. 6 maidens, so 6 overs where there's not a run being scored. The blue blocks at the bottom with 3 wickets taken. That's held India back. 3 and overs, not a good start. More after the break. Hello again from Old Trafford, a full house in. The match was sold out 3 months ago. They've seen Dravid win the toss, choose to bat first, and then they watched England bowl really exceptionally well. It's been a struggle, even to a degree, for Sachin Tendulkar, who's unbeaten with 33. India 60 for 3 from 20. Expert placement. Threading its way through that space at extra cover. Tendulkar is in prime form.
Though it's been a slow innings by his standards, 37 from 62 balls, a high proportion of coming boundaries, 8 fours and 37.
Tendulkar able to work a single, but not much else. In fact, he's been talking to Yuvraj about slowing things down. England are racing through the overs. Suddenly, after a slow start, the combination of Collingwood and Panesar has A, put the brakes on the Indian scoring, but B, got the over rate so quick that they're passing by the Indians almost unnoticed. There's a delightful stroke. We'll watch all day and we won't see anything better done than that. It was no easy ball. Panesar's furious with himself to concede a boundary off the last ball of an over. The 50 partnership comes up in 84 balls with the latest of late cuts. Catch it! Another dot ball. Lots of changes of pace from Paul Collingwood. England will do well to remember just how hard Tendulkar's finding it, and he's in good touch. When they're taking the pace off the ball, bowling a lot of spinners and cutters, forcing the pace isn't easy. Chasing tonight, well, you don't want to be chasing too many. Amazing batting. It looks so simple to do that, but it isn't. There's a fielded back square, and there was nothing he could do about it. There isn't much pace on the ball, and still Yuvraj gets plenty of power into that shot. More good timing from Yuvraj and good speed across the ground from Flintoff, who just tumbled with the throw there. It was an excellent return. Every time he goes over, you think to yourself, oh, what's he done now? He's had problems, of course, with his left ankle. On this occasion, I think it's the right that just seems to collapse on him a bit, but that's the good work, the pick-up and then the throw that puts Tendulkar off, and there goes that right ankle. Huge roar goes up around Old Trafford. One of the great players in the history of the game of cricket. One of the most popular figures ever to come out of India has gone to 50 here and looks to be in about the right frame to go on and make 100. What a thing that would be.
That's an interesting change of bowling. Kevin Peterson brought into the attack. He's done very little so far in this one-day series, but he does turn the ball. And this pitch is just showing the signs of gripping when Collingwood bowls his cutters. Oh dear, that's too short from Peterson, and delightfully glided away by Tendulkar. He really waited for that. He could have smacked it square of the wicket, but there's a man there, instead of which He just waited for it and angled it into a gap down to third man. Brings up the 100 for India. He's got underneath that, that's a chance. It's on the boundary, and he's taken it. Andrew Flintoff, maybe he did turn his ankle slightly, but the big man has had more than one impact on this game now, getting rid of Sachin Tendulkar.
Is this the masterstroke by Paul Collingwood? Remember, Tendulkar got Peterson in the test match. Might that have been on the minds of both these fine cricketers here? Now Peterson's got Tendulkar. Just when he looked as if he could take it away from England. Thank heaven that the big fellow was underneath it. That needed catching, and he's got the safest hands going around. Lovely innings from Sachin Tendulkar. 55 he made. India 103 for 4 in the 30th.
Well, Peterson's visit to the bowling crease was short-lived. Job done on the Indian maestro by England's two crackerjacks, Flintoff and Peterson. Peterson with the ball. Flintoff with the catch. Now Flintoff's got the ball back in his hand again. Oh, it nearly brings about immediate results, bringing Flintoff back into the attack. Oh, that's just missed. Paul Collingwood's really perfected this art of the little off-cutter. Unfortunately, on this slightly two-pace pitch, it's not always easy to keep to, as well as bat against.
Yeah, not just two-pace, though. I'm afraid it's very variable in bounce. That ball's going, what, ankle high, shin high, maybe?
Oh, edge just between the keeper and a wide slit for Yuvraj Singh's third boundary in 65 balls faced. A measure of the accuracy of the England bowling and the batsman's struggles.
It's been a tough ride for India today. 128 for 4 after 35 overs. They'll need to get up to somewhere around the 218 mark to do that. They'll need to score on average about 6 and over from here. That is a big wicket. That's the one that England badly needed. The last pair of recognised batsmen, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, is gone, and that's a special from Monty Panasa.
It certainly is, and it repeats a number of deliveries he's produced here in test matches. 18 wickets he's taken in 2 tests at Old Trafford, and this one really gripped. It would have got a lot of top players out, that turn square. 140 for 5, India now.
Tendulkar joins Yuvraj Singh at the crease. India 140 for 5, just over 12 overs to go, and only the bowlers to come, Pawar, Chawla, Khan and RP Singh, makes it much more important for Yuvraj to see through to the end. Here comes Monty, and there goes Monty, and there goes the ball. 4 to Agarkar. Gone. That's the end of Agarkar. Good wicket-taking delivery from Stuart Broad. That's what he needed to do in this new spell. And digs in there into a deeper hole. 147 for 6.
Stuart Broad has been a revelation today. And in fact, in all these matches, he's never strayed from that exemplary line just around the off stump, with a bit of hostility attached to it too. And Agarkar, well, he's been disappointing all series. Another failure for him. He goes for 6. 147 for 6.
That is 50 for Yuvraj Singh. In fact, 54. It was a slow innings to begin with, but he's ridden through the rough times, and he can present a great source of danger for England over the course of the last 10 overs of this innings. placement, great timing, and a great shot. This guy can really bat. He's a phenomenal talent, Yuvraj Singh. It's the biggest over of the innings so far, 16 off the over.
Bowling, well done, Stuart Broad. Huge wicket. Yuvraj had hung on in there just for the onslaught now in the final 6 overs. But a perfect leg stump Yorker has done him. Fantastic innings by Yuvraj Singh. Matched and finished by a fantastic ball. Yuvraj has gone for 71. It's 178 for 7. Ian Bell is the catcher. Ramesh Power has to go. 4 wickets have fallen in, well, a relative rush. I'd say around about the last sort of half an hour. England have got control with the ball, particularly now that Yuvraj has gone. We're in the 45th over. Power made 7, the score's 179 for 8. Just a bit too wide. It's the only criticism that one could have of Anderson, and one can't have many. Gave that some clatter. Real clatter did Zaheer Khan. He is dangerous. Might be caught. Oh, Paul Collingwood judged that perfectly. Made it look ridiculously easy because of the ground he covered to get in position. Almost seemed to be able to read the fact that the ball would be held up in the wind, and tremendous catch. Important too, because Zaheer Khan is such a threat. Really good 20 from him. Safe, is it? Oh, fantastic catch. Dravid and Power did so well there. England have fielded well. Enormous credit to them. A thoroughly convincing performance. Catching, throwing, chasing, turning, diving. The use of the slow ball works yet again. Look at the ground he made here, and away he goes, and excellent. Really good, really good. India all out for 212 then. How the others will wish they could have followed the example set by Sachin Tendulkar and Yuvraj Singh. The English bowling figures were extremely good. They're the best by Stuart Broad in one-day international cricket, 4 for 51. Anderson, Flintoff, Panesar, Collingwood, all doing their bit, and Kevin Peterson, the prize scalp. Now, the Indians come out to defend their total. Are they able to pull it off? 213 for England to win it. We'll find out.
Seek 213 to win at 4.26 and over. Oh, it's a good delivery. Definitely a little bit of movement in this pitch, and maybe that will increase as the night cools. Well, he's got through. That's brilliant bowling by Zaheer Khan. The perfect start for India to get rid of one of England's openers with nothing on the board.
Talk about not wasting any time or giving the opportunity to the opponent. What a start. Quite quick, 85 mph, and doing enough to beat the defences of Alistair Cook, who seemed just a little late on the ball. Oh, he's a competitor, this fellow. Nothing on the board, but there's a wicket for the Indians to celebrate.
Glorious shot from Ian Bell. He's been the batsman of the tournament so far for England with 269 runs in the 4 matches. Now he's got 273. Oh, what a good delivery from Zaheer Khan to follow up the one he got Cook's wicket with, making the ball go both ways. Nicely played by Bell, though just a little bit over-pitched by Zaheer. This is going to be a good tussle between these two. Aggression, not necessarily backed up by the Indian fieldings. That was Ramesh Power in the outfield making a bit of a mess. Oh, that could be a chance. It's down to third man, and this time Power's caught it. He missed a similar catch like that at Bristol, and that's the third time that Matt Pryor has played a rather ill-judged swipe at a ball outside off stump and got caught in the deep.
He's definitely trying to go up and over Matt Pryor. I just wonder if the ball's a bit too close to him to be sure of controlling it. This is a super start by the Indians. Pryor made 4, it's 14 for 2.
That's a chance through Tendulkar's fingers and 4 runs. Agarkar, having gone for 130 odd runs for no wickets in this series, has nearly taken 2 in an over. Again in the air, this time that was a bit safer from Ian Bell, but it's not going to stop Zaheer Khan staring and muttering. There's a real buzz around the Indian bowlers and fielders here. A few words have been exchanged and some hostility with the ball. Oh, what a shot! Peterson's first ball from Zaheer Khan, flayed to the extra cover boundary. More of that, please, from England's point of view. Well, he's kept busy in the outfield, Power, and maybe that's more in keeping with what's normally expected. Easy to laugh, as most of the 20,000 people here have. Oh, well, looks like Bell's going to take the attack to the bowlers. No holding him back, even though England are chasing a relatively small target. Oh dear, that's a big misjudgment from Ian Bell, and a fantastic delivery from Ajit Agarkar. Fancy leaving that one.
I feel sure that Ian Bell has reacted to the previous couple of balls where he's played strokes that he wished he hadn't. This is a really frenzied experience at the moment. 35 for 3.
Paul Collingwood to face his first ball, just gets a little inside edge, which saves him from being LBW. 35 for 3, England after 6 overs.
I don't think that could be too far away. As it runs, Halim Dar doesn't signal leg by, so there might be the thought of an edge.
Let's find out. Difficult to be sure because it's hitting middle, 2/3 of the way up. You can quite see why Zaheer Khan's going crazy here. Suspicion there of inside edge. That's what the Snicko can tell us.
That's 4. It's a good comeback from Kevin Peterson. There's a lot being said out there. There are a few LBW shots, balls going past the outside edge. That is a confident blow to settle matters. Lovely shot. It's hard to consistently hit the ball on the up on this surface. We've seen that throughout the day. Collingwood has managed to execute a wonderful stroke. Lights are starting to take effect here at Old Trafford. And the game is in a fascinating position. After 10 overs, England have raced away to 53 for 3, but they have to be very mindful that they cannot continue to lose wickets. India, on the other hand, will be happy to have picked up 3 wickets, but when they look at the run rate given away, over 5 runs and over, that'll be a little bit dissatisfying. Some good deliveries are being bowled here. In between a few boundaries, there is something in the pitch for the bowlers. Runs. I wonder if it's 4. Yes, the 8th boundary of the innings. Frustration for Zaheer Khan. Nice again from the England captain. And I really do feel there are 2 aspects to this game. One with the seamers bowling, and the other with the spinners to come. Collingwood knows that by scoring as quickly as England have done, he's not made the game safe, not just yet. Here's another important chapter in this match. Piyush Chawla is into the attack. Now, he's had to come in after 13 overs. It's a little bit earlier than Rahul Dravid would have found to be ideal, but because of the pressure England have exerted against the seamers by scoring at 5.5 and over, Dravid has had to make a roll of the dice here. Boy, Collingwood is in such good form. He looked a little rusty in one days earlier in the series, but all of a sudden he's found his touch.
Oh, Kevin! Out! Chawla takes the catch at Garga's 3rd wicket. Peterson will be furious with himself. The ball seemed to get quite big on him. He was very cramped for room. India is going crazy. It's such a huge wicket. Every time in a one-dayer, Peterson is the key man. It's a funny old period for Kevin Peterson in one-day cricket at present. Yeah, livid. It's 81 for 4. That thing has come off the blade. Incredible. I mean, this game's sort of in 5th gear already. You daren't take your eye off it for a second. Oh, that's an uncompromising smack from Andrew Flintoff. 5th ball that he's faced, his first boundary. He's off and running. Oh dear, Freddie, you've gone, boy. Now Paul Collingwood is going to have to really work at the other end for you and for all the rest of the team. Amazing what Ajit Agarkar's doing at Old Trafford today. 4 for 49 he has. Andrew Flintoff's brief stay is finito. Sharp catch by Yuvraj Singh. The joy on the Indian faces is clear to see. England in pursuit of 213 and 95 for 5. And from Old Trafford, where everybody is on the edge of their seats. 16.5 overs bowled by India. England are 95 for 5. The run rate isn't a problem, 3.5 and over, as OS Shah takes guard on the back of Andrew Flintoff's wicket. But a partnership has to develop if England are to win this game, and you suspect that Paul Collingwood must lead it. It's positive intent from Shah. How good's that? More exquisite stroke play from Paul Collingwood.
29 overs to go, so it's only a required rate easily within their compass. Out! Beautifully bowled by Ramesh Power. His second ball into the attack. That was a big turner. OS Shah didn't know much about it and just poked it a short leg.
Oh boy, actual Ramesh Power has done this before in this series. Soon as he comes in, he causes problems. We saw spin in this pitch earlier today. And Ramesh Power extracting turn here under lights. What a game this is turning out to be. Shah's gone for 8, 110 for 6.
He's got a glint in his eye, Ramesh Power, bowling on this pitch. It's taking spin and he's using flight and guile to make it tricky for England. Beautifully bowled that. That was the quicker straight-on delivery to follow up a few slower spinning ones in his first over. This one will be tossed up outside off stump, inviting the drive, no doubt. There you are. And it was the check drive in the end, and a misunderstanding. It's gone the wrong end. In fact, I think maybe the batsman's got home there. They're asking for the third umpire. Collingwood and Bopara were standing in the middle of the pitch. And actually, the throw would have been better off at the bowler's end. Collingwood doesn't look confident that he got back, though. And he's out. England reeling at 114 for 7. Great shot. Yes, that is really classy from Ravi Bopara. Nice to see a straight drive down the ground as well. We've seen lots of flailing bats and balls going in the air. That was a nice orthodox straight drive.
Not going to be too many nails left for Paul Collingwood before the night is over. Sensible batting from Stuart Broad. It's just a matter of support for each other, keeping the scoreboard ticking over. Nice shot from Broad. Looks as though he has the ability to develop into something better with the bat over the course of his career. Orthodox in his play. Big thing tonight is how will he cope with the pressure. 73 more required from 109 balls.
It's a very good stroke, actually. It doesn't look much, but when you're going quietly about your business, it's amazing how runs appear from nowhere. 150 is passed now by England. The rate required still below 4 and over. It's the first boundary hit for 10 overs, and it hasn't mattered. Oh, there's a dreamy stroke. Stuart Broad may never play a better one. One of the hardest shots in the game. .50 partnership between this pair, Ravi Bopara and Stuart Broad. Yuvraj Singh comes into the attack. Oh, almost claims a wicket. A change of bowling, a completely new idea from Dravid. Oh, that's a good ball, but it's spun so much it's missed the outside edge of the bat. Well, I wonder about LBW. Ian Gould doesn't, but it's a vibrant appeal from Chawla.
This did too much. No, that's a very good shout from Chawla. Why wasn't that given? Hawkeye suggests it would have just hit leg stump, pitched on the stumps as well. Maybe just the big stride that Stuart Broad had saved him.
Nice touch. Look how much he's got on that. Races for 4. England chipping away, 176 for 7. 37 runs needed now. That's good running by Bopara. He took command there. Broad wasn't at all sure about the second. Now he applauds Bopara. 180 of a 7, 33 needed. There's a few in this. 4 to be precise, as Yuvraj gives up the chase. 4 wides called. Suddenly England have got it down to 26 needed from 49 balls.
How many can this go for? This has gone for 4. This is a wonderful shot from Stuart Broad. This is his highest one-day score as well. He moves on to 32.
That's that part of the outfield that's so bare. The part we talked about right at the top of the programme. Good run, very good run. He knew his man. And now the ricochet will get England another. That's one of cricket's crueler things. Reduces the target to 18 needed from 37 balls. Chris Broad, his dad, watches. Oh, lots in this. No stopping it as it races to the boundary. Must have been some bat on it too. 14 now from 32 balls.
Ajay Tendulkar back into the attack for his final over of the match. Oh, that's surely to be a wide. Yes, it is. Wide number 12 in the innings, and the pressure may be starting to tell. That's going to be another one. That's number 13 of the innings. Very pleasant and stylish shot. Broad, he cannot be spoken too highly of tonight. 8 required from 28 balls for England. Should be leg byes. It doesn't matter how it comes. Yes, leg bye signalled off the helmet.
Broad's got to go, really got to go, makes it. Sometimes there's a sign, somebody's telling you something. Maybe that's it, England need 5. That's the first smile from Collingwood in an age. Bopara's got away with it. 2 bits of luck for England back to back. Broad might have been run out, Bopara might have been caught at mid-wicket. As it is, the target's come down to just 4 runs now. They all count, as they say. Listen to the roar. The Indian voices have been out singing the English ones tonight. Not anymore. 3 needed. There's certainly 1. There's a great stop. There's 2 for Broad. Scores are level. Stuart Broad has played the most remarkable hand. Ravi Bopara has been the foundation. Broad has been the surprise, I suppose. We said it had to be a partnership. It has been. The partnership is worth 98. What a lesson to the others. Calm application. The ball has dominated the bat for most of the day, most of the evening, until this partnership between Bopara and Stuart Broad, who's on strike. 1 needed to win. England win! England win a memorable match. Stuart Broad is a hero. His best bowling figures in an England shirt, and now unbeaten with 45, he sees home his country in partnership with Ravi Bopara. The future is out there. Broad and Bopara, 21 and 22 respectively, have held India at bay. They put on 99 to win the game. It's a very, very special performance. The figures make stark reading compared to the emotion we've just seen out in the middle. Ravi Bopara 43.
After that, Yuvraj Singh pretty much held the innings together while the batsmen were crumbling all around him, and India put up a score of 212 on what looked like to be a pretty tricky pitch, with Stuart Broad taking 4 wickets. And then in reply, the Indian bowlers just came out striking and reduced England to a score of 114 for 7. And it totally looked like India was going to take away the game. But a brilliant partnership for the 8th wicket between Ravi Bopara and Stuart Broad saw England home and win by 3 wickets. So it was a brilliant 99-run partnership, with Stuart Broad posting what was his highest one-day score at the time of 45 not out. So now England was leading the series 3-1. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the highlights from the rest of the games. Unfortunately, I just got bits and pieces of all these matches from when I was back in university, but I'll give you a brief highlight of what happened next. India came back strong and ended up winning the next 2 games, therefore drawing the series 3-3 each, and the final game, which was the decider, was won by England, and therefore England won the very closely fought one-day series 4-3, and India having at least the consolation prize of taking the test series 2-1. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the full highlights of these last 2 games. Again, please press subscribe and like, as it would really help this channel, and I hope to bring you more better clips next time. Until then, please take care and goodbye.